So WorkFit is once Seetec Plus and the employment coaches have got participants' jobs, if they feel that that participant needs a little bit of extra help and support for their mental well-being, then they get WorkFit involved. We get a referral, so like Simon was referred to me. I then make an initial phone call with Simon, see what his barriers are, what he needs help with, and then we work along a plan of helping him beat those barriers. So it's all about a holistic style approach to giving someone a better mental health and well-being.
Fantastic. It sounds like a all-rounded support then. What kinds of individual needs may some participants need help with?
So a lot of it is self-confidence, anxieties about going into work, which is something Simon has struggled with himself, with anxiety before he goes to work. So it's about giving him grounding or participants grounding techniques where we can control those anxieties so it doesn't become a barrier and stop them from going to work. But lots of participants suffer with all different types of anxieties, and you've got to treat each one individual.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's such a broad spectrum. It's almost, you can't, there's not a one size fits all. It has to be almost person centered.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and the good thing with WorkFit, myself with Simon, we phone every week, and we can have up to an hour to talk. Me and Simon generally 20 minutes to 30 minutes talking about everything that's gone on in the week, what we can do, take the positives out of it, reinforce those positives, what Simon's done. And again, each participant is different. So yeah, and we've got a good amount of time to give these people.
Fantastic. So other than sort of maybe a little bit of anxiety support, what other sort of support, is there any other sort of?
So we link up a lot with other organisations, some that Seetec Pluss run, so BBO and things like that, but we also link up with local organisations such as Andy's Man Club if people are feeling a little bit low. There's Women's Wellbeing Club, Man Down, which is down here in Cornwall, and it's about finding those local connections where outside of Seetec they can get support elsewhere in their communities.
Sounds a really great project. And how long does this project run for usually?
So it's recently just changed. Our new format is a participant will be with us for 16 weeks. If we feel that participant needs a little bit longer, we can ask our TL or business manager for an extension on that for 4 to 6 weeks. But generally it's 16 weeks.
Okay, that's nice to know, and that's important, isn't it? Because some people might need a little bit extra support.
That's right.
You can't, once you've got a time limit pressure, support shouldn't just stop, should it?
So, no, absolutely. So we don't tell the participants that it's 16 weeks. We'll then ask for the extra time needed off RTL if we feel that participant needs that extra little bit.
Yeah. And self-confidence and life skills, obviously so important. How do these also help people maintain employment?
So with self-confidence comes self-belief, and if you can go into work confidently that you're doing your job in a good manner and people in your workplace are acknowledging that you're doing your job in a good manner, that will just build on confidence naturally. So someone like Simon, who doesn't have a lot of self-confidence, has quite regular emails from nurses going to his boss saying how well he's doing, and it's just trying to reinforce to Simon that the job that he's doing is good, and he should take pride in everything that he's doing.
Absolutely. Simon, obviously want to bring you into the conversation. Now obviously you have worked alongside Adam on the WorkFit project. How has Adam's support benefited you?
It's great to have someone to talk to. When there's problems at work, I can speak to him, and I know I've got to see him the next week, and I think that's kept me in work. When I thought about this is tough, or I thought about quitting, there's support there. I've been given techniques to use, so to deal with different things at work or problems with people at work, or because I've been struggling to stay in paid employment long term. So I've been taught techniques or reframing things, or even things like suggestions, or why didn't you go out for a meal this week, or why did like the positive side, so to deal with work, and so it's not just work and nothing else in my life. So
yeah, that sounds fantastic. And in terms of that sort of anxiety support as well. Have you found that this has really helped you?
Very much, yeah. Having someone to talk to, say sometimes it's even been before my shift. So having someone to speak to is great, especially someone who knows about different jobs, and it's been great, yeah.
And this has really sort of helped you, I presume, to maintain
Yeah, my
work.
current job, I've been in for 7 months, and I'm
Amazing.
staying in it. And the goal is to do a year and then see how I feel. But it's been great having the support and someone to ring and text, and you know, just to keep going in work. So
Yeah, sometimes it is, isn't it? It's just having someone to talk to, maybe if you've had a bad day or a bit of a vent, and a bit of a, you know, we all come home from work sometimes and you want to have a bit of a rant, but it takes someone maybe from an outside just to help you talk through those emotions, isn't it? That's really good.
Yeah, very, very much so. You know, it's quite easy to come home and not say anything and whatever, but being able to speak about it, and Adam's got different experience of different types of work, so you know, he knows about the different problems I have, so it's been great having someone there just to keep me in work and to keep me going really concerning work. So
fantastic. And for anyone who's maybe watching today and they're thinking they might be in a similar situation to yourself, what advice would you give them, or would you recommend this scheme?
There is support out there, even if some support you might not think might be suited to you. I'd make the most of it and try it and get whatever you can and see the best in it, and it's certainly a lot better than, you know, saying no to things and struggling. You know, if you get support, and it's great, and just be positive and keep going and try these things. So
definitely. Brilliant stuff. Well, obviously, Simon, thank you for sharing your story with us, and Adam for your work as well and the support throughout.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you both for joining us today.
Thanks, Ross.